Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 623. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper. With Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side and join me on camera to shoot the breeze, share information, etc. So sorry I'm late. I had some real glitches, some real technical problems on Facebook. If you're having problems on Facebook, put it in the comments because I'd like to know that it's not just me. In fact, I couldn't even share the show out to the usual groups. So I do hope somebody sees the show today. But anyway, let me get started and just assume that everything will work out. So starting out with the cover story of the Durham Skywriter. It is a compilation of El Cheapo handy hints. People love these and I love them as well. So I'm just going to read one to you. And just hope that you send me your favorite so that I can add it to the list. So if your kitchen or a bathroom, your bathtub, sink, whatever, drain has been sluggish lately, grab a pot with a strong handle or handles, preferably handles, and fill it with water, not to the top, but put a bunch of water in there, put it on the stove to boil, okay? And then very, very carefully carry it to the sink or the tub and slowly pour half of the boiling water down the drain. And this is for like maintenance. So let it work for a minute or two. And then you pour in a bunch of baking soda, like a handful of baking soda, followed by the rest of the boiling water. And that's to keep the drain running freely. That's if you've been having a little bit of trouble throughout the week or month. All right, that's for maintenance. All right, let's go to the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Now, I just spoke with Cynthia from Durham Parks and Recreation, and she said they still have a shortage of lifeguards. They need lifeguards. They're paying them fairly well, so you might want to check this out. If you do have certification, you're a super good swimmer, you've been trained, etc., just know. And Cynthia told me that if the city, that is Durham Parks and Recreation, has a shortage, then the other pools probably also have shortages of lifeguards. So just to let you know. Also, I might as well mention while I'm saying that there are job openings, part-time, full-time, and seasonal with the city of Durham. The link is right there on the word page, so you can see what's up for grabs and see if you can get a new job, including lifeguard. Okay, let's see. And then I'm just going to mention, there's city and county programs that you can read about on the word page at your convenience, including the, including the Water Hardship Fund, if you have fallen behind in your water bill, and the Durham Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Now, let's see what's on the docket at the Durham Technical Community College Small Business Center. I actually am listing workshops from across the state. There's small business centers across the state. These workshops are free, they're online, and they're fabulous. In fact, yesterday, I attended the class, How to Shoot a YouTube Video That Gets More Views and Customers. That was great. So let me tell you what's on the docket for today. So from 6 until 8, again, these are free, folks. Okay, how to use local search to grow your business. Okay, and then from 6:30 until 8, how and where to find grants. Just to let you know, not all grants are for nonprofits. Enough said. Also from 8 until 9, video editing to reach more viewers and potential customers. I want to suggest, if you don't already know how to edit video, attend this class, because I like to tell folks when they visit me on Bull City Hangout that if they know how to edit, they can cut out the first part with the announcements and then just upload the part with the, where they are, or rather where you are enjoying your time on Bull City Hangout, and put that up on your social media or website. So if you don't know how to edit, you might want to attend this free class, just to say, I want you to get the full use of your time online and in front of the camera on shows like Bull City Hangout. All righty, let's see. Let's go to the health page, to your health. Now, I do, as always, like to say that I have the COVID vaccine and test updates, and I really updated the page last night. So there's a bunch of places to get vaccinated now. They're free, and you don't have to set appointments for most of these. I'm just going to run through a few names so that you'll be surprised. The Department of Public Health, of course, Durham County. I should say from 9 to 4. I need to say that. And then Lincoln Community Health Center on Fayetteville Street from 9 to 11 and 1 to 4. Both places weekdays only. All right. I'm just going to run through these, and you can see the hours by going to the health page. Central Pharmacy, Durham Pharmacy, Gurley's Pharmacy, Harris Teeter, Hersey Pharmacy, Yosef's Pharmacy, Park West Pharmacy, Russell's Pharmacy and Shop, South Point Pharmacy, St. Paul GSP Missionary Baptist Church, Triangle Pharmacy at Ace Hardware, Walgreens, Walmart, Wheels Fun Park. And then there's other places, but again, check it out on the health page, To Your Health. And then let's click on the big blue health events button. There's an event there I'd like to tell you about, or rather a meeting. So there's going to be a meeting today, the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program. They're having their LGBTQ plus cancer support group meeting this evening from 5:30 until 7 online. It's free, so you might want to register and attend that meeting. All righty, let's go to the, oh, you know what? I need to go back to the health page. I forgot. I'd like to tell you where 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 is administering their free COVID tests, because after all, we do want to make sure that we are still safe and healthy. So COVID-19 tests are being given today at El Centro Hispano until 6, drive-through available, and also at Oldham Towers, downtown, until 4:30. All righty, and now let's go to the legal page. One announcement. Now, I said I wasn't going to announce this today, but I'm going to go ahead. Legal Aid NC, they're having a very special panel discussion today called Connecting Health and Home, Medical and Legal Professionals in Conversation. The reason I said that I wasn't going to mention it today is because it starts at noon. And I know sometimes you can't tiptoe in late, but because this is on their Facebook page, they won't know any different. So if you're late, it doesn't matter. So you can actually go there now and watch maybe the rest of Bull City Hangout on the replay. I'll be here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and you can just watch at your convenience. But if you want to go to that panel discussion, again, it's called Connecting Health and Home, Medical and Legal Professionals in Conversation. That's on the Legal Aid NC Facebook page, happening right now. All right, let's go to the sports page. Sport and Life and PAL, Police Athletic League, sponsored by the locally by the Durham Police Department. They're having their PAL esports session today, and it's usually for young people between ages 5 to 18 where they can play against the police. And Jatovi, who runs the program, says people of all ages show up. So if you're older than 18, I don't even think it matters at this point. But the games that they play are free to download, and you can use any gaming console, tablet, or computer. The games are Among Us, Rocket League, Roblox, and then there are some others. My favorite is Rocket League because it's soccer with sports cars. It's really cool. All righty, and I should also tell you that the PAL one-day baseball camp, the next one, is Wednesday, July 7th from 6 until 7:30 at Twin Lakes Park for boys and girls ages 11 to 14 who want to improve their skills in baseball and softball. That's hitting, fielding, throwing, and game play. So again, that's going to be on Wednesday, July 7th, and you can sign them up now. It's not too soon. All righty. I don't know what's going on with Bull City Futsal. I know the grand opening of the academies for the elementary school, middle school, and high school students. I know they were supposed to have been Sunday, but we had a thunderstorm on Sunday. So hopefully Mr. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟𝗧 can join us soon and let us know what's going on, if they had to postpone it or if they just moved everything back a week. So, Yeah. So anyway, they're held at Sherwood Park on Sundays, and hopefully we'll learn more. I'll find out and let you know if he can't join us. All righty. And let's see. Let us now go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let's see. Oh, the Wednesday Durham Farmers Market is today. Downtown in Durham Central Park from 3 until 6. It's much smaller than the Saturday market, which is actually cool if you have kids with you because they can run around wild in the park and have lots of fun. Just know that they are not shutting down Foster Street, so you don't want your kids running back and forth. You know, the playground is across the street, so still just be careful because they are not closing off Foster Street. And you can also park for free above the park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot on Morris. All righty, let's see what else is here. New Visions of Africa restaurant giving away free meals, home cooked meals from 3 until 6 this evening if you're in need and you're hungry. Also, Kings Park International Church on Odyssey Drive. They're having their food pantry and clothing closet giveaway. So that's food and clothes. I did mention, I will be mentioning a job fair in a second, but also I did mention city jobs are up for grabs as well. So you might want to get a little something nice for your interview, or if you need to have clothes for your new job, which would be sweet. So this is from 5 until 6. Marvis Fun is having her Stay Well virtual line dance class tonight from 7 until 8. It's on Zoom, and that one is free. Special event, the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 Heritage Center is celebrating Black Music Month with their Don't Stop the Music series of musical events. Tonight is going to be funk and hip hop with Nige Hood and the Folk Rap Band. That sounds intriguing. Nige Hood and the Folk Rap Band. I need to hear that. So tickets range from $7 virtually if you don't want to actually go to the 𝗕𝗨𝗟, but if you want to attend free, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say free. If you want to attend in person, that is so rare. I forgot how to say in person. Everything's opening up, folks. I need to start getting familiar with that phrase again, in person. So the in-person tickets are $20. And that's for enjoying everything live and in person. So go online. The link is right there on the Let's Go page to get your ticket. Hopefully they're not sold out already. Okay, and speaking of live music, Brett's open mic is live. Oh, did I tell you the time? I hope I did. 7 until 8:30 at the 𝗕𝗨𝗟 Heritage Center on Fayetteville Street. Okay. So Brett's open mic at the Blue Note Grill, that's from 7 until 10 this evening. Always fun. Admission is $5. If you want to go in person, again, wear your mask and just be careful. I think they're going to set the tables farther apart. And you can also enjoy the show on Facebook and maybe tip the musicians the $5 you would have spent in person. Okay. Now here's what I was going to talk about, the job fair. So the Washington Duke Inn, that's at 3001 or 3001 Cameron Boulevard. If I'm not mistaken, that's right off of Science Drive on the West Duke campus. Anyway, the Washington Duke Inn, which is also a golf course, they're going to have a gigantic job fair tomorrow from 10 until 4. There's more than 100 positions available, not only at the Washington Duke Inn, but also they'll be taking job applications for the JB Duke Hotel down the street on Science Drive, and also at the Lodge at Duke Medical Center on Elba Street, which is right off of the 147. So this sounds really interesting because they say the job applicants are going to get first-class treatment, as they always should. But what I'm saying, they're going to treat them to food, beverages, even a putting competition on the golf course. So that should be really interesting. The job openings, by the way, are wide-ranging: engineering, housekeeping, management, food service, and much, much more. No job will pay less than $15 per hour, and some positions are going to be filled on the spot. So if you interest them, if they like, your attitude and your experience or whatever, they're going to hire you on the spot. So definitely dress nicely. And I tried to figure out which Go Durham bus serves that area. I know that Duke has their own bus system on campus, but I was trying to figure out if it's the number 6 bus that goes the closest. I'll try to find out and add that to the article on the Let's Go page. But anyway, not all of us, not all of us have cars. So I'm just saying, just trying to be helpful. Okay, weather. It is 75 degrees right now. It's partly sunny. It's going to be partly sunny just about all day, going up to 77. And then tomorrow is going to be 81 and sunny. So these are beautiful, beautiful days. Very calm, nice, peaceful, and moderate. Now, it looks like somebody from Washington State by the name of Guy R. Cook is waiting in the wings. So let's see what's new. Guy, what's new?
Well, in terms of weather, I don't know if you've seen the headlines yet. The West Coast, Northwest in particular, we're in a heat warning because it's in triple digits. Today is
I can understand Southern California.
Right. Well, that has migrated north for some reason. We didn't ask for it, but we're getting it. The cold temperature is today, which is 100. It's only going to be 100 today. Go to weather.com and put in the zip code. Our postal code is 99337. And look at the next 10 days.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to make, the thing that came to mind was, remember this show, Johnny Carson, that was on late at night?
The Tonight Show? Sure.
Yeah. Well, on the Tonight Show, one of his bits, he would say, "It's so hot today." And then the audience would say, How hot is it? And then he'd come up with some joke. The one I remember the best was, they're running the pigs out in the potato field and the fat's dripping off the pigs and French frying the potatoes.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah. And that's what came to mind. I was out at like 5:30 this morning in a t-shirt. I mean, it was warmish and windy at 5:30. Hardly any wind out there now. We're supposed to have a breeze of like 6 to 10 miles an hour, and I hope it happens, but it's not going to be something to cool you off. It's just going to make it be less close.
Let me ask you this, Guy, because you're in the Northwest, where I think is thought of as being kind of a cool,
cool and rainy, because Seattle gets all the press for weather. Yeah.
So, are there a lot of people who don't have air conditioning?
No, you can't. I can't imagine somebody being in this part of the state and not having air conditioning. I was wondering that this morning. Are they going to just go hang out at the mall all day? I mean, that's where I'd go. I just go walk around the mall for 8 hours and then go home and hopefully survive the evening. Even at night, it's still going to be warm. It's going to be in the 80s even at night.
Wow.
Check it out on weather.com.
I will. And the reason I asked is because even though Chicago's known for hot weather as well, in the summertime, super cold winters, sometimes super hot summers. But I'll never forget a few years ago, after I had moved, from Chicago to Durham, that I think 600 elderly people died because of a heat wave, because a lot of low-income people, they just don't have air conditioning. And in fact, a lot of the projects, like the high-rise projects, your windows only face one direction. You don't have that flow.
Right.
So the apartments are like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like they're flat.
Right.
So, so the air comes in one window and doesn't circulate through your apartment. I was
in South Carolina, and it was warmish there, but it was more humid, right? Kind of like what you guys have, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the thing that saved my life wasn't air conditioning, but out in my little shop when I was working as a believe it or not, I used to install car stereos. Anyway,
Cool.
in the shop, it was this old converted single wide trailer, and I had one end of it. The other end of it was all
I know
TV
that was
picture
hot.
tubes and stuff. So the only saving grace I had was it was under the trees, so it's kind of shaded.
Good.
And I at a yard sale, I got this gadget that fit into the window, and it had two fans on it. And those fans would suck the air out. And so I had the air moving, you know.
Oh, sure.
And that was,
we used it when I was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the survival. That's why I'm here today, was because of those fans back then. Yeah.
We had those when I was a kid before we got air conditioning. And in fact, when I moved here to Durham, at the other house, before we moved into this house, I had these, you would open the window and then put in these, it was like a screen. And then you shut the window on the screen.
Until the top of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that pretty much, well, it didn't help a lot, but at least allowed
it would give you some kind of a flow. If you had the door open and the window, you could get the air to move.
Get something going. Yeah. Well, I do hope that the poor folks in your area are faring well. So yeah, because 100 degrees is nothing to sniff at.
While I was listening to you, I was updating my Yelp profile. Yelp is where you go and review stuff, you know, in restaurants and so forth. And one of the questions, this is the question from Pat. Ready? Everybody got your pencils ready? Your last meal on earth, the last thing you get to taste and eat is what? That's one of the questions on Yelp.
You mean preferably?
Yeah. If it's your final meal, like let's
our last supper.
You're on death row and they say this is your last meal you get to eat before we're going to execute you. Then what are you going to have?
Well, the drink will definitely be sweet tea.
Yeah. Made in a jar in the sun.
Maybe just a hint of raspberry. Okay.
Fried okra. No.
Popeye's red beans and rice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
That's
but definitely Popeye's, on the side, Popeye's red beans and rice. Washed down.
I put down Dungeness crab.
With who?
Dungeness crab. It's a crustacean. It's a variety of crab that lives in the Pacific Ocean up here, up at Seattle when we lived on the coast.
Okay.
Darlene worked with a girl who said, "Oh, you think Guy eats a lot of seafood? No, I can eat seafood like crazy. I'll beat him." So we knew that the tribal casino in Tacoma had a big buffet upstairs. And one of the things they featured on, it used to be every night, but then it evolved to just Sunday and Wednesday, I think.
Costly.
And yeah, it was $25 a head. So you went in there, it was all you could eat, you know, so they loaded up the buffet and you went through with your plate and filled up. So we went in there for this contest to see who's going to eat the most seafood. And I can't remember, was it Cindy? I think her name was Cindy. Anyway, she went and loaded her plate up, came back and sat down. Where's Guy? Oh, he's still getting his stuff.
This is an official challenge, not just casual.
This is throwing down the gauntlet. Yeah, the real deal.
Okay.
And so Guy came back with his plate, and all I had on the plate was Dungeness crab, and I got in one of the soup bowls, the little cup of soup they give you. And I took that cup because it was empty because I hadn't put any soup in it. Took the cup, went over to the melted butter, and filled the cup up with the melted butter for all the crab I was going to eat. She says, "How come you have so much butter?" I said, "Oh, because I'll run out of crab before I run out of butter." She said, "You're going to get more crab?" I said, "Yeah, this is just the appetizer version." So I went back to get seconds. And when I came back with the seconds, which was also the plate full of crab legs, there's a little cupcake with a candle in the top, and she'd lit the candle. Said, "You win."
Whoa.
I'm no way close.
Wow, you no slouch, huh?
Yeah, I could eat a lot of crab. Love it, love it.
Now with crab, do you crack open the thing like with lobster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You have
I've
just like a nutcracker, little stainless steel claw things, you know, looks like it. And one time I broke a pair of those.
So how many did you eat?
Oh, I don't count. Probably a crab and a half, 2 crabs, something like that.
Because crabs are kind of big, aren't they? Like,
oh, you don't eat that part. The body part.
Oh.
Usually you pitch that.
Oh, that's the crab legs. That's right, because I've heard of crab
you
legs.
Turn the crab on his back and you cut it right down the middle of the abdomen. Fold the legs in. And anything, this sounds racist, but if it ain't white, it ain't right. That means it's entrails on the crab, like the gills and so forth. You pick all that off and throw those whole legs, shell and all, into the boiling water with the crab boil. It's a mixture of herbs and stuff you put in. Okay. And boil that for about 10, 12 minutes. Now, if you take a whole crab and you don't cleave it down the middle and throw him in whole, you're going to have to cook him for 20 minutes. You know why? Because they're still keeping that seawater in their body cavity because they think they're going to get back to the ocean. They don't know about the impending being the guest of honor at dinner. They're going to still go back to the ocean. So in the body cavity, they still got seawater in there to keep the gills wet. And so they can come back to life. Well, you and I know that ain't going to be warm water. That's cold. So you got to heat that seawater up and boil them with the sea. So it's a big mess. A guy that went crabbing in Alaska told me about cleaning the crab first and just cooking the legs. Best advice I ever got for Dungeness crab preparation.
Wow. Now, at this restaurant, has anyone ever been banned? I've heard of people being banned because they were just they just ate more than
No, if anybody should have been banned, you're looking at him right here. They would have, if they'd had the video camera on Guy Cook eating crab legs, he's going, I'm figuring for $25, I'm going to get my $25 worth. But
see, I'm the opposite.
Speaking of band, one night we went in there and they had T-bone steaks.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, big ones, probably like a dinner plate. Like you'd barely have room for the baked potato and vegetables once you put the steak on the plate. And at that time, we had our dog at home. He was an 85-pound boxer, big dog. Okay. My daughter-in-law, Jessie, who had a great big, huge purse, wrapped up one of those steaks in a cloth napkin, stuck it in her purse, and took it home for Mac. She could have got banned for steak theft.
For real?
Oh, yeah. And to the rest of his life, Mac thought that Jesse was the greatest thing that walked on 2 legs on the face of the earth. Yep.
But I bet
her definite moment.
But every time she got back home, he was probably expecting that. It probably took a while for that.
Well, she didn't live across the street. It was just like when she'd come to town to visit. It was just the one time that she did. I don't think she ever visited while Mac was alive again after that.
A whole steak for a dog. Now, I'm the opposite. When I go to those type places, like we have a place, I don't know if it's national, called Golden Corral.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Oh, okay. So I never eat I don't know if it's $10 or $12 or whatever. I never eat enough to make it worth my while. And I bet there's a lot of people like me, and it probably balances out. You know, people who don't eat the $12 worth and the people who eat $30 worth.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the ones that have their picture up in right above the dishwasher sink. If this person comes in, watch them. They're big on desserts. Wow. I remember, this is kind of unrelated. I don't remember if it was Golden Corral, but it was one of those type of places, buffet. And when my grandfather passed away, my dad was in Vietnam. He was one of the oldest guys I know that went to Vietnam.
Wow.
And 2 weeks before his tour was up in Vietnam, he came home for the funeral, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay.
So of course you take him out to someplace cool to eat.
Yeah.
All that Dad ate was vegetables. He says, "Oh, we don't get any stuff like this. All the green, because he loved his greens, right? So he had lettuce and cabbage, coleslaw, every vegetable thing you could think of on the salad bar was on his plate. Forget the meatloaf, forget the mashed potatoes. I get that all the time. I don't get vegetables." And so, I mean, it was just insane.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane. But that's one of my many stories of the buffet. First time we took the kids to the buffet, and we told them, "No, it's all you can eat." I said, "You mean if I get one plate of food and eat it all, I can get more?" Yep.
But don't be greedy, though. Did you encourage them not to be greedy?
No.
Oh.
And because we didn't do it like every weekend. It was like once a year, twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
And
because
so
I'm sure that the concept to a lot of kids is probably such that they would try to stuff themselves.
Yeah.
At least first time out. So.
Yeah, Brad was that way. My oldest son, Brad, he's in his 40s now, but when he was a kid, he'd eat more spaghetti than I did. When we'd have spaghetti at home, dish up on a plate, I'd always would say, "Dar, you're sure making a lot of spaghetti." He said, "Where do you see Brad eat spaghetti? He loves spaghetti."
That is some good eating, though.
He did a good job on the spaghetti. He wasn't real warm and fuzzy about the meatball concept. He said, "What do you mean meatballs?" Because my first wife, Darlene's my second wife. My first wife was Italian, so I knew all about meatballs. In fact, when we got married, the first wedding, I was taken back into the kitchen because I was the token non-Italian in the family, and the boys, the Fazzari boys, and all of them, they're all making meatballs for the wedding because it's going to be a huge bunch of people.
Okay.
And they challenged me with the task of who makes the best meatballs. They
would challenge a non-Italian?
5 different types of meatball, a recipe or whatever they're made out of.
Okay.
And I had to say which one is my favorite. And I said, "I think the warm ones are my favorite." And they all kind of threw their hands up.
There you go.
We shouldn't have asked, Guy.
Yeah, but you also want to be politically correct. You don't want to choose.
Well, my first name was my first name was politically correct. Having the name Guy,
hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, that made me be almost. There's probably some Italian.
Nice guy.
Yeah. There was probably some Italian in that Guy name came about somehow because you can't be named Guy.
Well, have you actually been to Italy?
No, never have.
A friend of mine, my friend Blanche, went to Italy and was shocked. She ordered spaghetti, and so she got a lovely bowl of spaghetti or plate, or I forget how they served it, but anyway, with a little dollop of sauce on top. Now, as an American, she was like, "Is that it? Where's the sauce?" And she asked her friends about it.
She wanted to be smothered in sauce, and
that's how we do. But her Italian friends explained that in Italy, you enjoy the fresh pasta.
Right.
In
my wife
say,
calls
we don't care because it's just from a box. We don't care.
Yeah.
But in Italy, you enjoy the fresh pasta, and the sauce is just a little
garnish
resistance on top.
The stuff that Darlene makes sometimes, she takes just like, I don't know, I guess it's extra virgin olive oil and puts on the noodles, after you boil them.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then you just put extra virgin olive oil, and it's called she calls it poor man spaghetti, and there is no sauce. It's just noodles.
Yeah, you enjoy
just straight pasta.
The fresh pasta.
Yeah, for sure.
And never put your glass upside down.
If you ever get a chance to get fresh pasta that's made from scratch, and they lay out the pasta, and usually it's fettuccine because it's usually flat. Oh, there's a world of difference.
Actually, Blanche said the next time I can't really find it easily here in Durham, but she says if I go to the grocery store and actually find actual pasta from Italy, she says it's a world of difference from the boxed store, store brand spaghetti that I'm used to.
Yeah, it's absolutely the best. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mostly popped in to just tell you that we're hitting the triple digits. So in the weather
that's
contest,
amazing.
I consider that a loss rather than a win.
That's amazing for the Northwest.
Well, wait till you look it up. Look
degrees.
Look up the 28th. If I survive, I think sell
I hope you
T-shirts
survive.
that say I survived June 28th in Kennewick, because it's gonna be like 114 or something. It's scary.
What? I've never felt anything that.
Just a second. I'll give you the play-by-play off of weather.com, because you can hear me and I can look at that screen.
They're definitely going to make T-shirts to commemorate this, because this sounds like a historic type thing.
Oh, now I'm looking at Durham, North Carolina.
You know what? I'll bet some of the T-shirts that they're going to sell are going to be sleeveless to accentuate the fact that it was so hot.
Okay, today it's going to be 100. Tomorrow we're going to be freezing tomorrow, 97 tomorrow. And then 101 on Friday, 107 on Saturday, 110 on Sunday.
No.
On Monday the 28th is 114.
Oh my goodness. What?
And then 110, 109, 104, 104, 104 for 3 days in a row. And 106.
I trust you have groceries for the week.
And then on the 6th of July, it will cool down to 99.
Okay, you got your groceries, right, Guy? I do not want you going out there at 114 degree temperature trying to buy food.
Now there's a win on that, because the fresh market right up the street opens at 5 a.m.
Does it?
Yes. And
nice.
Even the Walmart here opens at 7. So if you go first thing in the morning, then it's only going to be like 70, 80. You can do that, no sweat. So
no
that's
sweat.
When we'll roll.
Did you just say no sweat?
Probably.
Oh,
I'm here all week.
Well, I do hope that everybody's comfortable, and I know you like to take those long walks through the golf course to your son's house?
I can't, because his neighborhood is like a feudal state. It's walled off. I can't get from the golf course. His neighborhood is like, imagine a cul-de-sac that has a big wall around it, and I have to walk up Canyon Lakes Boulevard up to his street.
Is it a kingdom?
And then into his street. Yeah, if I could go through the golf course and maybe save a few steps, but it's not worth it.
Wow. Well, in any case, I know they're all cool in there if it's like that kind of neighborhood. So I know they're all air conditioned and doing fine.
I didn't warn you, did I, about the jokes? There's a Facebook group called Dad Jokes.
Oh my goodness. I've been going on TikTok and seeing the worst jokes.
I joined that group, and it's
boy.
Okay, I'll give you an example just to show you how bad things are.
So bad. Okay,
ready?
Hit us.
Now, in the Olympics, they have all the different running competitions, right? And they have one division is the sprinters, like 100 dash. So what do they eat before they go into a sprint race? Nothing. They fast.
I love that kind of humor. Yeah. That is terrible. Absolutely horrible.
The other one, I even shared this on Facebook. There was a hotel, or no, I guess it's a motel, Comfort Inn motel.
Mhm.
He says, yes, we're pet friendly, but not bears. We won't make that mistake again.
Oh, that's cute.
That was on their reader board.
They can cause some accidents with that.
I think that the guys that go out and make these reader board jokes, and every community's got that guy. You know,
every now and then. It's kind of rare around here. They're kind of serious with their signage, which is sad. Yeah. I do enjoy a good joke.
There's always a one-liner guy that's doing the reader board at the store, and that's why he keeps his job, because he's always coming up with something.
Yeah. Nothing like a good sense of humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, stay cool, guy. That sounds weird. Somebody from the South.
Yes.
Telling someone from the Northwest to stay cool. That's weird.
We're gonna try. If I survive the 28th, you know, that's the 114 day. I don't think I've ever been 114.
106 is my let me think. 106 is highest.
The hottest. Yeah.
The hottest, yeah. 106.
Yeah, but you guys are you're more humid down there though, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. See, when we hit 114, they're gonna say, the locals will say, yeah, but it's a dry heat.
Oh, I keep hearing that. But
yeah.
I keep saying, oh,
yeah. Oh, well, that makes it okay. Yeah, as long as it's a dry heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's still hot. I'll tell you, when you don't have air conditioning in your car and you sit down and you can't even go anywhere because the steering wheel is hot to the touch. I now put a t-shirt over my steering wheel, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
The foil thing in the windshield when the car's parked outside.
Oh yeah,
we got one of those.
I have one of those somewhere.
They fold up. Yeah, it's probably in the trunk with the scooter.
No, I actually have an auto supply box in my closet. And I think it's in there, and I need to retrieve it.
Yeah,
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, because not only the steering wheel, but if you have that fake leather black seat.
No, I don't. But I remember my grandmother had she drove a 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 or something.
Yeah,
I remember
Galaxy
those seats.
500 is a model. Yeah, and they had that vinyl.
Yeah,
I used to get one of those. It was like a spring, and then they had a wire spring in the spring stuff in the middle, and then woven mesh like straw on each side. On the outsides, canvas. Think of it like a burlap sack that was real loose weave. You know, like the onions used to come in. And I had that for my car seat in my Ford, back in the 60s, years ago. Because that's, I didn't have the T-shirt on the steering wheel, and I didn't have the windshield cover, but I had that seat to sit on. Because, I mean, you'd stick to the seat. I think it'd be so dang hot.
Yeah, you know what? In past years, I have had like a straw type driver's seat. And also a beaded seat. I stole that idea from taxi drivers. Used to have beaded seats.
Yeah. The wooden beads are about half-inch diameter, about that big. Yeah, I've seen
those. Are nice too. I might actually look for one of those, because that was nice. Those were nicely comfortable.
Yeah, especially if you're wearing shorts and you get in there and your legs hit that hot seat. Man, oh man. Yeah, it gets your attention real quick.
For real.
So, well, guys, you have a good one.
So, yeah, you take care. Thanks for dropping by.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Okay. See you.
Oh, wait. I just remembered one thing.
Okay.
Earlier this morning, StreamYard had a video, like they do those informational things. And in it, the lady was talking about if you wanted to have 2 cameras on your StreamYard session. So she had the face on camera like we've got now. And then she had one off to the side. I don't know why, really. But you could do it, I guess. There's some function in the StreamYard if you have a second camera. I'm not sure why I would want to have that, but
Wouldn't you just have like a tablet or phone and then enter StreamYard through that and use that as a second camera? Is that what she was talking about?
I didn't listen to the whole show, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna go ahead and watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that this afternoon.
But you're a StreamYard person. That's how I thought of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. I'll check it out for sure.
All right.
Okay, Guy, take care. Fun as always, hanging out with Guy. So, and check out the Guy Our Cook Report if you want lots of hints on how to master the internet and SEO. So I think that's pretty much it for me. Share this out so that more people can find out what's happening today in Durham. Continue to send information to me. I'd love to add it to the Durham Skywriter. And with that, let's see, I think I have everything. Oh, I just want to remind you about the job fair tomorrow at the Washington Duke Inn. They are hiring people on the spot. No job will pay less than $15 an hour. Read about it on the Let's Go page. Again, it's tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock. Dress nicely and let me know if you get a job. That would be super awesome. With that, let's see. I got everything. It's going up to 77. It's going to be pretty much partly sunny just about all day. With that, have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.